1947. It's too much that's unknown. But then you've got social concerns. Sometimes this can get overplayed. In the late 1930s, we remember Orson Welles, the filmmaker, created a radio play, War of the Worlds, that did cause some level of panic. Some people have argued not so much as people say, but I think there was some panic. And in fact, that was very much on the mind of analysts at the time. But the real question is, if you're Truman, do you tell the world about this when you yourself don't really know? What is the answer? Are these beings a threat? Are they not a threat? This is all new to you. How will the public react? You don't know the answer to this. This is a huge unknown. And then, just asking yourself, how do we deal with this secrecy for now? For now, you could say, well, it's just going to be a temporary thing. We're going to figure this out. And maybe 10 years from now, we'll be able to tell the world. Of course, what happens is you develop runaway secrecy. Secrecy is like a drug. It develops its own power, its own momentum, its own reason to be, its own wealth. And I think that is what exactly happened here. You have a situation where, Truman clearly sits down with his top people and he says, all right, we have to make a plan here. You're going to be in charge of having people study this technology so that we can figure out what this is and what we can do with it and so forth. You're going to be in charge of managing the media. You have to make sure that all of the correct narratives go out to the media because we don't really want people snooping around in this. You're going to study the social implications. How bad might the public panic be if this information comes out? And on and on and on. You put your team together. You develop a methodology by which you can segue the technology to private industry because that's really where you need it to go. In the United States, it's all about private industry. That's where the science is. That's where the money is. And so that has to be all worked out. A system has to be put into place that is under very, very tight classified control. That's what we have here. And what it really did, what I would suggest to you, is that this created a two-class society. That is, the very few who had access to this and the very great many who did not. And really, I think that's what we are still dealing with to this very day, all these years later, almost 80 years later.